Hi everyone, I'm here with the ThinkPad 13, which is a new notebook that was just released by Lenovo. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of like a ThinkPad X series, but they're not calling it the X series. It's kind of a budget level laptop that sits between maybe like the ThinkPad 11 and the ThinkPad X series. I'm pretty excited about this because it has the new USB-C type port, which I've been looking forward to using, and I've been due for an upgrade soon. And I didn't want to spend a bunch of money, so this kind of fit the bill. If you recall, Lenovo is releasing this in two different flavors: Windows 10 and Chromebook flavor. The Windows version will have the pointing stick, which I like. And also the Windows software, which if you're doing anything really serious, if you ask me, you kind of need, so you can install your typical Windows programs. Anyway, I'm just here to do an unboxing, and later on I'll do a full review. So, just got this a couple of days ago. I have not opened it yet, so I'm just kind of curious to see what the fit and finish is of this thing, and take a look around it. And then in a couple of days I'll be back for the full video. But cool. I just dropped it there, and as you'd expect, real plastic. And this is actually, I'd say, lighter than my X230 that I currently have. It's supposed to be 3.2 pounds. Actually, it doesn't quite feel that. So I'll put it on the scale and test it out later. Nice and thin. I'd say it's just under an inch, maybe like 8/10 of an inch. Okay, so my apologies. The light in here isn't the greatest, but I'll try and get it a little bit of focus here. So right here is the left side of the laptop, and it looks like at the back we have our power port right here, and then next to it we have an SD card reader, and then over here we have a USB 3.0 port. So that's the left side, and a little more action going on the right side. So let's see, from front to back. Here's my USB-C port right here in the back corner. HDMI, a couple more USB 3.0 ports, headphone, and I don't know what this is. Is it an SD card reader? I thought that was on this side. Yeah, I guess it is. So now I'm unsure as to what this port is right here. So yeah, the media card reader is over on the right hand side. And I'll have to figure out what this port is over here, because off the top of my head I couldn't tell you. It looks like it's I'm stumped. I don't know. Anyway, let's open this thing up and take a look at the keyboard. Make sure it does have the pointing stick. And it certainly does. There's the pointing stick. And this is the ThinkPad 13. Nice, good sized touchpad. We have a label for an Ultrabook, pointing stick, and the badge just says 13, no X, even though it is much like an X series. Let's try and turn this on. So I got the screen with the 1920 by 1080 resolution, and actually it doesn't seem like it's going to turn on. I'm hitting the power button, but no response. It must be completely dead with no charge whatsoever. That's a bummer. So I'll have to charge it up before I can actually show you the screen whatsoever. So the version I got has Intel Core i3 processor, as 128 gigabyte SSD, I think 4 gig of RAM. I plan on upgrading both of those, so not a big deal, even though that's, for me, 128 gig is kind of small. So you can see the speakers are on the bottom here, so don't expect too much in the way of sound. The battery is inside this thing. It's sealed, but as you would expect with a ThinkPad, you can see the screws here, so you could easily remove the body and access all the components inside. So if you wanted to upgrade the hard drive, the memory, which I intend to do, then you'd want to do that. The hinges on this thing are steel. Kind of interesting. Nice, different. Actually, I take that back. This is a plastic covering. I would hope that it's steel inside there, but the actual hinge there is a plastic covering on it. The vent here is over on the left-hand side, so that's where it's going to vent out. And for me, since I'm a righty, that's good because it won't be blowing hot air on my hand with the mouse. Let's see what else we get in the box here. I just expect the adapter for the power, so plug. And nice small size adapter, so just relative to the laptop here, you can see it's quite small. And anything else? We don't have any recovery media, just the warranty and setup book. So pretty bare bones as far as what you get in the box. So my next step is to actually power this thing up, charge it a little bit before I can do that, and then I'll be back with another quick tour hopefully, and then a full review in the coming days and weeks. Thanks, guys.